And welcome to episode 26 of Two Idiots Reading Comics. Last episode of the year. Let's make it a great one. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, Two Idiots RC. We're really wanting to build an awesome community. Whether that's you've been in comics for a long time or you're just now getting into comics. We're trying to make this a really cool book club. But yeah, so also go subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe to your podcast, unsubscribe, resubscribe, blah, 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 all the algorithm stuff. Thank you all for listening, and let's get into today's show. And welcome to episode 26 of Two Idiots Reading Comics. Happy
New Year.
New Year. I think we're still in Kwanzaa. I'm not sure. I've never celebrated that holiday. We just got done with Christmas, and I think Hanukkah's over, but happy holidays.
Happy holidays, happy New Year, whatever you want to see. And everybody come Jan 1 or January 31st at midnight, throw a big, huge middle finger up to 2020.
Yes, I think we are.
God, it just goes the frick away.
I mean, let's be honest.
It's not going away.
The year doesn't magically change.
But it makes me feel better.
It definitely brings a lot more hope.
It brings hope. That's what the New Year's for, is hope. And that's all I can go.
That's a rare commodity these days.
We need Superman. We need Superman to bring us hope.
We do need a Superman, but something tells me this world deserves a Homelander.
Damn. The sad part is I think you're right.
Yes. But today, we have some real superheroes that bring real hope. And I'm going to be honest, thank God this episode finally came, because I've been wanting to read this book for so long. Why I did most of the schedule. Why I put it in December and not earlier, who knows?
Man, I was just going along. I put my 2 cents in for most of the shit, and you chose, and we both agreed, but yet we just kept kind of just pushing it out.
Yeah.
Our indies were
we hit
some pretty nice damn indies.
We hit some all-time indies.
Yeah, I mean, so.
Do you think it's funny that early in the year we said on these 5th Tuesdays of the month we were going to pick a sequel to one we've already read?
Yeah, that got thrown out the window so fast.
We had already scheduled this, and I wasn't giving up on Power Rangers.
No, we weren't giving up. No. Oh yeah. So if we haven't told you, and I don't think we have.
Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Volume 1.
I don't think we've told you. Came out in 2016.
Yes.
Writer is Kyle Higgins.
Kyle.
I said Kyle.
I sound like you're...
Kyle.
How much you've drank tonight, and
we don't talk about
your southern twang said Cal.
The fact that we're doing 5 episodes tonight, and
yes.
we've broke the 4th wall enough times. I need some go-go juice. Illustrator.
Alcohol is a depressant.
That's what you think's in there.
Or is it in...
That's what you think's in there.
Oh, Lord.
Illustrator, Hendry, you're going to Prayasetiya? Tia?
Prasetya.
Sorry.
She does a great job. We just can't pronounce her name.
Colors, Matt Herms. Letterers, Ed Dukeshire. Cover, Yanni Montes.
I hope you're not listening to all the variant covers.
No, I just did cover. I just straight up cover.
There's so many variant covers.
They're so beautiful, though.
They are.
Designer, Jillian Crabb. Assistant editors, Matthew Levine and Alex Geller.
We'll go with that. Yep.
And editor, Datna Pleban.
I don't know. I didn't put it on mine. So.
Pleban.
Okay.
Sorry, we're deep south. We aren't very cultured. We're sorry if we butchered your name.
We have our own culture.
We're deep south.
Yes.
Not associated with the wrong deep south.
No, fuck those people.
Yes. Like Homeland.
So, okay, we'll get away from that shit. I think it's safe to say that me and you both loved the Power Rangers.
Dude.
Maybe not all the same series, but we were both big Power Rangers fans at one point.
One point, I'm still a big Power Rangers fan.
True. Did they ever do the sequel to that movie?
I think it.
I think it died.
I love
'Cause
that movie.
I loved that
that movie. But I think it was a lot like Uncle.
Man from Uncle.
Man from Uncle.
Man from Uncle should have been a trilogy. That movie was good.
That
It was just new
flopped.
property.
I think it flopped so hard.
You know what
in
I think
theaters
happened?
that
Power
it
Rangers
just
came out during spring break, and that fucked it.
okay. We went and watched it on spring break.
We are losers.
Hammered off our ass at
We
the
are
beach.
losers.
I don't care. I got
And that
drunk.
was day
I got
5.
drunk watching fucking Power Rangers. You know how happy I was?
Well, we're big Power Rangers guys. So.
Again.
Yeah.
But yes, I do believe that money played a big factor. I think that
I thought they made money. I don't know.
it did. I don't think it was like Man from Uncle. It made money, but it didn't make enough money.
Okay. I really like Man from Uncle.
I do too. Damn. Aren't they?
Army Hammer is kind of an asshole though.
Aren't they a comic?
I don't know. If they are, we'll have to look at it.
Stay tuned. But back to my first memory. Again, never read the comic. Was there comics of Mighty?
I think there were, but they weren't like on the level of this. Like
Kind of like
they were
old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I mean, I've never read any of those. It's kind of like the TV show. There just wasn't a lot of depth.
Understand? What for you is your first Power Rangers memory? What do you associate when you think of Power Rangers first? What do you see?
I had 2 VHS tapes. One was the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, where it was like the traditional team, but he had already turned white. The ooze guy. I think
the purple ooze guy. He was
had
in
that
a
movie.
construction site.
Yes.
Was that the first?
He stole the power. I don't know if it was the first.
That's
but
the part I
that's
never
the first
remember.
one I had.
I never remember what was first.
I don't either, but that was the first one I had. And that was the original team. They had to go find their new powers and all that stuff.
Is that where they became ninjas? They went
For
to
a
the
slight bit,
forest and
Yeah.
okay. That whole movie, when you think about
And then
that,
at the same
that
time-
movie is full of continuity holes.
Yes, but I was 8. So
Oh well, yeah. I mean,
if that, I don't know.
right. I mean, the movie
at the
came
same
came out
time-
way before that.
But at the same time, there was I had another movie, and I think it was the Turbo Rangers, where they all had vehicles instead of Zords.
That was cool. Which is like I think that was
Where
the
Tommy was
third-
now the Red Ranger.
I think that was the third iteration of the
think
Power
so.
Rangers.
And like all
Because you
their
have the
face masks-
originals.
Their face masks were all like the grill of a beefed up
car,
truck
yeah, yeah.
with like lights.
Yeah. Because the first
And then Tommy
iteration
was the Red Ranger.
is what we're reading here, the Mighty Morphin,
Yes.
with Tommy being evil / good green. Then the
Yes.
second is Tommy's now white, and then you
It was
have
still the
Tommy
original
then
team.
turns red.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can differentiate the first like 3 is what Tommy
Yes.
is.
But my first Power Rangers memories were those movies. The first series that I was like, oh, I actually like this, was Wild Force.
Dude,
And
that
I
was
don't know-
that was mine.
Really?
Yes. I swear, man.
After
Dude.
Wild Force, I literally like
I watched
because
everything.
the next one was the
it was
dinosaur
Wild
one.
Force, Time Force.
Okay, I didn't watch Time
It was
Force.
Wild Force, Time Force.
When
The
was
3
Dino
dinosaur,
Thunder?
Dino Thunder. No, it wasn't Dino Thunder. It was Ninjas, Dino Thunder,
SPD.
SP. Oh, okay, SPD may have came
See,
out
I
somewhere
think
there. Okay,
SPD was
I remember
definitely the
as a
last
kid.
one.
As a kid, it was Wild Force, Dino Thunder,
Ninja Storm.
Ninja Storm, SPD, Time Force.
Okay, see that's where
And,
I was.
But see, I don't remember the order.
I was Wild.
I had
think
the
you
game of Time Force.
you had it correct. I think it was Wild Force, then Dino
Because
Thunder,
Wild Force, we were in like third
then
grade.
Ninja Storm, and then SPD Emergency, and those were the 4s I connected with.
Yeah.
And I
Was
did.
Time Force after that?
I think it was because I was kind of like, I'm not here for time
Did
travel.
Time Force come after that?
I
I thought
think
it was
it did.
before the Ninjas. Either way.
I think it was because I was like, the first episode they went back in time to like,
Well, there was a movie.
the Renaissance, and I was like, no.
There was
not
a
in for
movie
this.
of Time Force that it's Wild Force and Time Force that's like
They had a tie-in.
no, it's not that they had a tie-in, but like in my head, one of those two is what
I know
really is what kicked me off in Power Rangers.
the other 4. Well, I think it's Wild Force.
I'm pretty sure it's Wild
Because
because we
if
were in
you look
8th
at-
grade. We were in 8th grade, and not 8th grade, third grade.
no.
We were in third grade.
No.
Third grade. Sorry.
If you look at the production quality of
Wild Forces.
is definitely
God, I found it one year. Just found it.
They used to have every single series on Netflix. I don't think they do anymore, but they had every single one.
You know they're still making Power Rangers?
Yeah,
That they've actually
The formula works.
now they have they've lost track. Like they can't make any new ones. So now they're redoing them. They had a Dino Thunder.
don't need it. Nope.
Yeah, they redid Dino Thunder. Then they redid Wild Force.
They just can't. They're running out of.
They're running out of ideas.
Okay.
You know that there was a Witches Power Rangers?
Yes, there was also a Wizards that got 2 seasons.
I thought that was like Witches and Wizards. I thought the same thing.
Oh,
Females and males. There was magicians. There were
Yes.
magician Power Rangers.
and that would
Got 2 freaking seasons.
because it was like season was a whole year, and you had a 1 year. But yeah, I say all that to say this: I loved those 4.
5. I see, and I've got 5. I've got one
See,
more.
I think it was a time thing. I just wasn't about the time.
See, there was a movie. Time Force came out with a movie, and I just loved the movie. I had a game on Game Boy Advanced that I played,
I don't know.
and
Whatever came.
there's some time like those 5
Uh,
are the core of my Power Rangers, and then the movie, then the Mighty Morphin movies, and
Whatever-
Turbo, and I watched Turbo, and then there
whatever
was
came
Space
out
Rangers
after
and-
SPD Emergency, I did not like, and I just jumped off.
For me, the newest one that I can remember is either Ninja Storm or Dino Thunder. To me, I think those two are the
Ninja Storm,
newest.
SPD came after both of those, so you weren't about
Really?
that. Yeah.
Wow.
But,
Damn.
But I say all that to say this. There's obviously a glaring lack of depth in all of those shows.
Oh yeah.
They don't
right now,
go.
I could not go back and watch any of those shows right
They
now.
do not hold up. as
and
an
go,
adult.
damn, I really still like this because I was sitting there go, wow.
I need character
this
progression.
This is not going
depth.
anywhere.
And by the 3rd season of Power Rangers I watched, I knew the beats. It was like, there's going to be an evil
yep.
one, possibly 2.
They're gonna
They'll
go
eventually
big.
join, and it doesn't matter if they start with
Dude.
3, they start with 5, they end with 6. Every time.
Oh fuck! Even Ninjas ended with 6.
Yup. Because the one dude turned. I
Well,
think it was
because they
like
had 2 Beetles.
Yes, and
They
then
had 2
their-
Beetles. Then their
computer
brainiac
dude
turned into the green one.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yep.
Wait, what about the Dino Thunder?
They
had 3,
5
then
the
had
time,
Tommy.
And then Tommy came back as the
No, they
Black
had
Ranger.
3. They had 3. Then they had Tommy.
I can promise you they had 5.
It was black, yellow, and red.
Yes, and there was also blue and pink. I'm pretty sure.
What was blue and pink?
I don't know. Well,
Damn it!
I'm trying to
Oh
talk about
god!
the comments.
Sorry,
Davis.
we're gonna have a whole fucking episode just on this.
I know, we're already 15 minutes in, and we haven't talked about the comment. I say that. I watched an interview with Kyle Higgins, the writer of this, and he had been begging for Boom Studios, who puts this out, to get the Power Rangers IP for like years. And when they finally did it, they said, "Here, take it, do what you want."
And finally,
And
right.
he finally brought depth to characters that needed depth.
Yes.
And as a 26-year-old, I can
Old
enjoy
ass
the
man.
Power Rangers again.
Yeah.
Because now he's bringing the much needed depth to characters that were obviously meant for children and didn't need that much depth. And
But
we're
now those
honestly
children,
just
which
there-
we
yeah.
were, we're now in our 20s, 30s, 40s.
Yes.
We're now we're wanting that depth.
And shit, I lost my train of thought. But yes, he brought depth and is bringing us in and is doing just an amazing job. I mean, I think this series, as
It's still
we
running.
read, still running.
Yeah.
Takes place right after Tommy turns good.
And I mean, we're
Green
talking
Ranger
about like
turns good.
the way it seems is we're talking about
Maybe a week.
weeks, like
Maybe
like 2
week or 2.
a month, like
Yeah. Like they still don't know if they should trust him.
He's still got PTSD, and that's something that the movies,
the show never talked about.
Even the villains. Anytime a villain was changed back to a good Power Ranger, there was no PTSD. There was just a straight cut line of, "Oh, I was bad. Now I'm good."
Yeah.
There was no. The team didn't try to refute it.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yes. But yeah. So this guy's doing an amazing job with the Power Rangers IP over at Boom Studios. Check it all out. I think, honestly, then again, we're in October. I think I get like a week and a half off for Christmas. I'm honestly thinking about binge reading his Power Rangers. Yeah.
Fuck, they're on like...
Because
they're going to be on like 40-something, 50-something.
I mean, I don't know how many free books I get on Comixology, but that's what I'm going to read.
I may pay for these.
Fucking Variant has the whole video breaking down of what he did with the Morphin Grid, explains how they get their powers and how they're connected and all that.
Oh God, the Morphin Grid.
Yeah. And then they recently
asked Matt Hansen when I went off on a tangent about the Morphin Grid after Mighty Morphin.
Matt Hansen?
Yeah, when we watched the movie at the beach.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's added so much cool stuff to the Power Rangers lore. And they also had an event recently. I tried to stay away from it, but I think they brought in some of the other series.
They did.
Or at least the other Red
I
Rangers.
just watched that off on Variant's channel.
Yes, I saw those.
Now,
and I was like, no.
Now, the way I understood those were not continuity.
They weren't? Okay.
That's what I got from it. I just listened because I wanted to listen to it and see what was happening.
Yeah.
But to me, it didn't seem like it was continuity.
Okay.
Which, honestly, that's what I like about, like in Star Wars, is the comics that are out, everything's continuity.
Yeah.
I hope
when you start doing
that
that shit does fuck with me.
I hope that it's continuity.
I would think it would be.
Because what happens in like DC, mainly DC, is you get all these weird multiverses and multi-stories that you're sitting there going, okay, is this continuity? Do I really need to know?
The whole metal
line, it's all bullshit.
Is that? I don't think it was supposed to be, but now I think they are bringing it into continuity.
Deceased is not continuity. That whole Killer Planet thing,
that's
not continuity. Sorry.
We're celebrating Power Rangers today.
Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
But now that we've done... you know what? Fuck it. We're just going long today.
This one. We can go.
We don't ever... On our distributor website, we don't ever even come close to hitting our cap out, so fuck it, we're going long today. What did you, all of it, but what were some of your favorite things about this?
Like we're talking about, giving characters depth. Now, granted, in this volume, you really only gave Tommy depth.
That's what
Green Ranger, aka used to be Rita Repulsa's lackey.
Yeah. No, I've seen videos talking about what Kyle's doing. This series does mainly focus around Tommy.
And that's understandable.
But
even the movies,
yeah,
Tommy was the main character.
I think
even though the red Power Ranger is the leader.
Yeah.
It's always, if Tommy is in it, he's the focus.
Now, if you do want more, and I think I've already told you, but for y'all, if you do want more of a team-centered comic, they have started one called Go-Go Power Rangers. It's the same team, but instead of starting a short while after Tommy turns good, this starts like literally days after they first get their powers. Just the original 5. And so I would think it's more focused on the original team.
Yeah.
But this series does continue to be more based around Tommy.
Yeah, and I can see that. And going forward in the movie continuity, Tommy becomes the leader of many of the groups.
Yes.
Many.
Just a...
And a fucking badass
authority
powerhouse.
Figures.
Yeah.
How many different Power Rangers has it been?
Green, white,
red,
black, red.
And I think
I'm sure he's
since
cameoed,
Weave Stop,
and I'm sure he's cameoed even more.
Yeah. But
Well, I mean, I figure he's probably been green, white, red, and black.
yeah,
And that's
for
probably,
sure.
that's the powerhouse color. I mean, I'm sure that's all he's been.
Yeah,
Because he was black in Dino Thunder.
yeah.
Damn, God, man. Thinking about those shows, I want to go back and watch them, but I don't want to ruin my childhood.
No, you're.
I don't want to
They
ruin
will
my
not
childhood.
hold
Like
up.
I don't. Oh God, brings back so many happy
You know what I
memories.
do like about this comic book though? They keep the "hias" in them when they fight, and they.
That was fun.
We will eventually do the Power Ranger Ninja Turtle crossover because it's really fun,
Oh,
and the
yeah.
collective version's already out. They do that so much, and
Yeah.
I just love the art.
Well, that's something
can I
in the
talk about-
Turtles. That's something in the Turtles. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, woo.
Yeah,
Like, it's just fun.
Matt Herms. I can't remember if he's the same guy who did it for the Ninja Turtle Power Ranger crossover, but it's very
It's
similar.
damn similar if it isn't.
These two people are the first people that have honestly made me like, wow, I really like how this is colored. Like
Colored,
I
yeah.
noticed the
Yeah.
coloring.
And I don't know how to describe it because it's not
Just like,
natural. I mean, it's
No.
not like real world colors, but it's also not like dingy,
It's-
dull. But it's not popping bright. It's
see, I disagree. It's at least in the Ninja Turtles because they're crossover because they were in space so much. You had the deep purples with the bright pinks and the black.
True.
That caused the colors of the Power Rangers and the colors
like
of
the
the
white,
turtles.
the blue, the pink,
The
to
bright
just-
colors are popping off of that deep purple, pink, and black.
Ooh.
And I just loved the contrast of that entire book.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean,
Like if I could get whoever drew and color that, like I would literally paint like a wall in my house white and hire them just to do like a night sky in that color scheme along a wall. I think that would be awesome.
Future podcast background.
I mean, I wouldn't hate it.
Oh,
I don't know where we're going to find that guy.
Cost a lot of
but
money.
yeah.
But, God dang, man, I forgot how much I loved Power Rangers.
Yes.
And then we finally
It's
got
because-
to this month.
I mean,
we
you
got
were-
to this month, and we were sitting there going, we were getting our books together, making sure we had everything. And I was sitting there, I was like, don't we have 5 weeks? You go, yeah. I was like, what is it? Power Rangers. I went, yes!
Yeah.
I was like, God!
Please don't ever make that voice again, but yes.
Sorry.
I told you we were excited about Power Rangers.
Ah, man, it like we talk about Marvel and DC have been a part of our lives for a long time. At least, I mean,
Yes.
10 to 12 years, it has been a part of our lives.
Yes.
Apparently, Power Rangers has been a part of our lives longer.
Yeah.
I was
mean,
8. I know I was in the 3rd
The
grade
only
for Wild
thing
Force.
that I know I've
Because I remember taking the sword of Wild Force, putting the gem in the sword, and it created the
your
sounds.
parents bought you the toy.
No, I played with other guys, like somebody's
I
toys.
see.
I never had any of them.
Did you ever have the Zords?
Now I got the Mighty Morphin.
You have a fucking.
I don't have it anymore.
You have the power coins?
We broke it.
You know you can buy like legit nice power coins now.
Well, we can also buy legit helmets too.
True. We said we were going to do a skit for this. We didn't have the money to spend $80
Yeah,
on
we
a
don't
helmet.
have- and we kind of did this episode pretty quick, so
Yeah. I don't know. We're not looking at the clock. It's going to go long today.
this
I told you.
was long.
Um,
Sorry, guys. This is
but-
this is the final one of the year. We can do this.
Yeah, y'all ain't got nothing to do. And if you're at work, you want this.
If you're working this week, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Like my ass is probably gonna be sitting on the beach this time. Sorry.
Yeah. But did you ever have like the toy Zords that actually changed from like
Dude,
you
I
could put them
had-
together? I did not,
No,
but a kid
my
neighbor
parents-
had them.
My parents bought me for Christmas. Oh God, which one was it? It was a fully put together Zord,
But did it come apart?
but it didn't come apart. But
Yeah.
I could like,
They don't do
but
that.
I could like break it. Like when it did it, I could like fold it down, and it turned into one of the Zords.
Okay.
Like when it was together, it was all the Zords.
Yeah.
When it came down, it turned into one of them.
Yeah.
What was the bull? One of the bulls. It had to be Wild Force. It had
Yeah.
to be. It had to be Wild
Yeah,
Force
it was.
because Wild Force when he was the bull was the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it had to have been him.
It was either the Red Ranger or the Black Ranger. Can't remember.
No, the red was the lion. Yeah, the red was lion, black was a bull. I remember
Somebody
the
was
pink.
a frog, I think.
I remember. Well, that's what. Remember, they went and caught new ones.
Oh yeah.
Then the wolf.
That's why I like that
The
one so
wolf
much. Yeah.
would go and try to catch them as well. The pink got an elephant.
Yeah.
And then every time they added to the
They-
those,
were the-
they could
which
change,
one do I need for this situation?
They could change out the Zord,
Yeah.
and then they did that in ninjas, not
Yes.
ninjas, dinosaurs, the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
They changed that. They could do that same concept. And God,
Okay, I do think we need to. What part about the comic do you really like?
the fact that, and yeah, it was Tommy centric, but
Yeah.
the fact that they actually gave the team pause
Yeah.
to, like, we're not blindly going to accept this.
Yes. And I also, because, like, I didn't go into this expecting Batman levels of maturity in here,
No,
but someone who was dealing with borderline PTSD / Stockholm syndrome
yeah,
didn't expect that.
that was a nice touch,
Yeah.
and his fear of telling them,
Yeah, because
what's
he's
wrong.
like, I'm the new guy. I have
Yeah.
to show out.
and then when it got to the point that he had to tell them what was going on, no one really believed him.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, that's an easy cop out. Like,
Yeah. And even if you are seeing visions of Rita, we don't trust you now.
Is it her?
Yeah.
Is it truly her actually putting these in your head?
Yeah. And they also dropped hints of, I'm assuming for future episodes, something's going on with Zach, the Black Ranger. Something is going on at home. They did touch
Or
on it a
was
little
it
bit.
truly personal? Was it home stuff? Or was it something going on with
Well, remember
him?
they were in detention, and he was like, "Yeah, I haven't been sleeping a lot, or stuff at home has been not going great lately."
Yeah. Was it in the movie, was he the one that had the mom that was dying? The Asian, he was played by an Asian guy.
I can't remember.
I don't remember if he was black or if he was
They definitely had a black guy.
blue.
I don't think they had. I think the Asian girl was the Yellow Ranger.
She was yellow. Pink was the white chick.
Yeah.
Red was the white dude. Then there was an Asian guy and a nerdy black guy. But I think they swapped their roles. I think they put the black guy in the blue and the Asian guy in the black.
That is the movie that came out while we were on spring break.
Yes.
That is not the TV show.
No, it's not the TV
Okay,
show.
I thought we were talking about the TV show.
No, the movie, because in that they gave
the
one
Asian
of
guy.
them
Yeah, the Asian guy is the
had,
Black Ranger.
had some bad family issues. Yeah. Then there's the Black Ranger. Yeah.
And then the nerdy guy was Billy, who was the Blue Ranger.
Yeah.
In the movie.
So they gave them. So they even gave him some personal. So maybe it is actually some. Maybe his mom is.
Yeah, I don't know. And then Billy kind of confided to, I can't remember the Yellow Ranger's name, but the Blue Ranger was
Trini.
like, yes. And Billy was like, yeah, I'm a smart guy, but I'm not the best fighter.
Yeah, and it wasn't just like you're saying. It wasn't just Tommy. It's everybody kind of had a little.
It went a little Friday Night Lights-ish, where everybody, but like not full Friday Night Lights where you didn't like it.
I know.
But there was definitely some high school
I don't
drama.
like Friday Night Lights.
They went a little far sometimes.
They do go a little far. The only two in this volume that didn't seem to have pointed out issues was Jason and Kim, Red and Pink Ranger.
Well, I disagree there.
Right. Oh, okay.
Because then you also had Trini, where she was like, I don't know if I want to do this forever.
Right. Oh, I know Trini's got some issues because she talks about she wants to be a doctor like her dad.
And travel the world.
Right.
Yeah. But it also seems like there's going to be a little love triangle. Red likes Pink for a little bit.
Yep.
But Pink likes Green, and Green is just trying to
trying to
figure some
survive.
shit out.
I also think Trini's got a little blue crush.
Yeah.
Yellow's-
She
Yellow's
was
got a little
definitely
blue
a
crush.
little more supportive than just normal friends.
I think so, but I don't know. But like Kim says to Tommy, not to Jason, we're all teammates. This would ruin us, or this would be
She said that
bad. She said that to
She said that to Jason while they were at karate.
Right.
Because Tommy wanted to train instead of go get coffee.
Right.
But she said that would be bad,
to.
but she was also the one that asked Tommy to get coffee.
Correct.
So
that would be.
Jason kind of had that friend zone moment where he's like,
"Oh, I just got.
Are you dating with Tommy? Are you dating?
Yeah.
Tommy? But yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like the cliffhanger?
Damn it! If we had paid attention,
definitely would have been a continuation.
If we had paid attention, this would have been a continuation.
Now we just finished a continuation. Would you?
We could do it. We don't have one planned.
I mean, I'd hate to say do a whole year of Power Rangers.
I mean, how long are we going now? I don't think it would be hard.
It wouldn't, but
maybe not a whole year, maybe 2 or 3 volumes. Let's look at what the volumes are and see if there's like a break in a story arc. But Power Rangers doesn't seem like there's going to be a break in the story arc like Batman and I feel like it's going to go and it's just going to keep going.
Hopefully we have some actual fans that will tweet at us now. Again, we're in October. We will plan out some stuff. But when
things can change.
When this video comes out, we will tweet out a poll. Should we do more Power Rangers as a continuation? If they say yes, we do it. And then we go, how long should we do it? If not, we'll
do like we've been doing, 3 to 4 to 2 or
yeah. And then we'll do whatever we have planned next.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we could go forever on this, but
now
is there anything I have missed that you want to bring up?
The gym, the
Green
gym.
Chaos Gym.
Yeah, Chaos Gym. What is she using? So that was only just to open that portal for this creature. Correct?
I'm guessing so.
Okay,
well, no. She had to get Tommy to strike it, so it would give it his energy.
Well, not just strike it, but like the fact of anger, fight, destruction, just...
It needed green chaos energy to mimic his sword so that Scorpina could control the Dragon Zord.
But then that Dragon Zord, the gem still wasn't finished.
Yeah, and then it caused an explosion.
More destruction.
Yes.
Which took it back to Zordon and their place.
Yeah.
And when the damn thing blew up, it literally leveled the
building.
The building. It has a name.
I think they don't call it HQ, but they call it something.
It's
nothing spectacular. It's not like the Hall of Justice or something. But
and then this creature
comes out.
He's like, I've been waiting a long time for this, and I'm like,
yeah. Big cliffhanger. I mean, anything else you like? Didn't like? I mean, I
just
don't think
love
there was
fucking Power Rangers.
Okay.
This really reaffirmed and brought back so many memories of Power Rangers that I honestly had forgotten.
Okay. Now let's say this Kyle Higgins guys or Boom Studio comes to you and says, we're going to do another comic book, Power Rangers comic book. Which series should we do? Which one are you picking?
My brain went instantly to Wild Force, but Time Force, I don't. Wild Force. It's Wild Force. It's Wild Force.
I think that's where
What about
I would
you?
go.
I mean,
I think I would go Wild Force, but I also came in like halfway through that one.
Oh no, I started from ground zero with Wild Force.
See,
opening monologue of the woman, and had a huge crush on her. The woman that was playing Zordon.
Yeah,
that she was pretty much their Zordon,
the main authority figure. Yeah,
and then I remember it starts out as one of the creatures calls to her
Yeah.
She then calls to the Red Ranger. I don't remember any of their names, but he's like Tarzan.
Yeah.
And then Tarzan goes to the real world because they're up on a floating world. He goes to the real world, to Earth, and recruits the 4 others.
Yeah.
And then he then has to teach them what this is about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to go with Wild Force. Time Force hits differently because I think they actually made games. They actually did some stuff with it, and I had some action figures that it hits a little differently to my physical personal life, but mentally and like internally to my emotional, it's Wild Force. Like I'd have to see Wild Force done like this.
I think I would go Wild Force, but Ninja Storm.
Oh, dude, it is
good. I think that is the first one where they finally did a 3-person team, and they gave a guy yellow, and yellow was my favorite color.
Yeah,
and I finally
because it was red was a guy that was kind of Asian, white. Guy. No, he's a white guy.
Yeah.
Blue was the chick.
Yes.
And then yellow was
that awesome light blue, like aqua.
Yeah, like
Aquamarine.
And then yellow was another just guy.
Not to mention this one. I think didn't this one take place in like Hawaii? It was definitely a tropical area.
It was tropical. It was. I mean, it was ninjas, so it was Asian, Philippines, Hawaii esque.
No, that's a good point. It was Ninja Storm. There was only one Asian dude in that entire series. And you had 2 villains.
The sensei was Asian, the father to the green guy.
Yeah.
But then even the 2 villains were straight up white dudes.
One was a little tan. I don't know.
He was straight up a white. I think they're both straight up white dudes. The red was he was kind of Samoan.
Awesome,
he was kind of Samoan-esque.
And it was like a navy and like a maroonish too.
Those
were good colors.
But in Wild Force, where the wolf is actually in love with the Zordon figure, and like they've actually been ancient lovers, and that one, it has to be that one.
It's definitely either Ninja Storm or Wild Force.
Now, I love Dinozords. The
Dinozords was very good.
I think it got me because
I think that was
like Wild Force.
Yes.
But in dinosaur version, where they were going and then finding the fossils.
Yes.
Of those creatures,
it was
and
also,
then they turn in.
It was like the last real cookie cutter one, because after that they kind of mixed it up. Because after that they went to Ninja Storm, which was a 3-person team.
Right.
And then
Dinozords started out as a 3-person team.
See, I don't think.
Yeah, it started out as a 3. Then Tommy was their professor.
And
ended up teaching them about being a Power Ranger. Then he got a black, the long neck dinosaur. But I don't remember the villains in that one. Like who were the bad Power Rangers?
You know what? I think you're right.
Was there even bad Power Rangers in that?
I think it was because it was that guy turned evil, or that guy turned good.
Tommy though.
No, this
Tommy
was Tommy.
Turned black. Yeah,
that was Tommy.
So who's the white?
That guy was the guy who turned good, and then you also had the green nerdy guy.
Green nerdy guy.
Yeah.
Not in Dawn of Thunder.
Well, shit, they're supposed to end with 6.
No, I think that one just stayed at 4. 5. That one stayed at 5.
Well, that throws off my entire theory.
That's 6 right there.
Yeah, but I don't think that's Dawn of Thunder.
Let me see.
Can't see that image. Yeah, because I don't even remember wearing that stupid sash shit.
No, that's that new Dawn of Thunder shit.
Okay, yeah,
that's the revamped one that they did. See, I told you. After the witches, so whatever was last, Dino Thunder or Ninja Storm, because one of those 2 was like the last ones. Then it became those wizards, and then after that, that's when shit just got. Then they started.
You're right. It was 3, and then it made it to 5.
Yeah. Then they started
the exception that proves the rule.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
But yeah, those were definitely my prime. In Power Rangers years.
Now, and again, I remember Turbo. I remember the vehicles.
Vaguely remember.
Didn't much care for it because it was cars, and I wasn't a big car kid.
I wasn't a big car guy either.
But then there was a space one. where a
SPD.
kid, like a child, like a 12-year-old,
Yeah.
was the Blue Ranger, but when they went to space, he had to stay back, and another person took his place,
Well,
and they actually went to space.
You remember in the Ooze movie, Billy was no longer the Blue Ranger. And I think it was because in real life, the guy who originally paid Billy was gay.
Oh, yeah.
And got hazed on set.
Yeah, I think so.
And then they brought in that younger guy in the movie. He was like a younger kid, and he had like the bowl cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
then
then he took over as Blue Ranger.
Yeah, and then I think that led into Turbo. Turbo then turned into go into space.
I don't know which series it is, but there's that one that has like it has the rainbows across their chest. Not like rainbows, but it's
That's
like
the space one.
the squares
That's
across
the space
their chest
one.
that were different colors.
That's the space one.
Okay. See, I never watched that one, but
that one was weird because it like literally they went from Earth and it was the same people.
Yeah.
They went to space. They kind of became Star Trek. Like it literally, like it was Star. They went to some new worlds. It became Star Trek. Maybe 2 seasons. Came back to Earth, and then I don't remember if there was anything between that and Wild Force.
I think that's when they finally were like, all right, we're getting a completely whole new team. So
Well, I think they stopped.
I think they did stop for a while. I don't know.
Because when did Mighty Morphin come out? It had to been the early 90s.
Yeah.
So maybe
they're
they
still
didn't
making
stop.
VHS tapes.
Maybe they didn't stop because that would have been early 90s, and then say 3 years, then another 3, then another 3. Did you be in the early thousands? You'd be in the early thousands, and
you also had the ones that had like the big circles on top.
that was the Turbo.
No, the Turbo was the ones that had like a grill on top
Oh, that's right, with the lights.
This was like a circle. It was like black, and then like their visor was this.
I'm pretty sure that's the space.
All their visors looked the same, but just different colors.
I think that's the space one.
Okay, I don't know.
Because then I think that's the one that had the bars across their chest.
No, I think that was a completely. I don't know.
Oh, we're gonna have to look them up.
Yeah, but we're
It's gonna be a personal lookup.
43 minutes in. So
Okay,
I think we can call it.
I think we can throw our hands up to this one now.
Because we're not talking about the comic, and now we're talking about series we haven't seen. Now we're just rambling on.
Yeah.
We appreciate, on a serious note, it's not a full year yet, but this is concluding the year 2020 when we started our podcast.
Yeah.
And I just would like to let everyone know we appreciate you listening.
Immensely.
We want to make this as big as possible.
Yes.
And we can't do it without y'all. And hopefully you're out there doing well. I know the holidays isn't always a great time for everybody. Hopefully, if you're not having a great time, this could distract you a little bit.
Yeah. If you know anybody else that needs a distraction, send it to them.
But we appreciate you listening. Couldn't do this without y'all. And here's to hopefully a better 2021 and many more years of Two Idiots Reading Comics.
Hoorah. Happy 2021, everybody. And we'll see y'all in the new year. Bye.
Bye.